tarot friends. Okay, so this is the last tarot comparison. I have finished with all the tracing and everything of my project. So today I finished, and so I thought I would finish up with looking at the different cards. So it seems like the Kamon Jodorowsky has some intentional things in it, like little blue balls and the little claws and 3 little things in the middle of the dogs. All the others are pretty much the same. You have the 2 towers. One is open battlements, one are closed battlements, which is consistent with these. These are both closed. But you see there's actually a, let's see, where do we see it? Well, we have the moons looking this way, but then we have the moons looking straight at you, which is something that's different. And then we move to the sun, the Soleil, which of course is Gemini, and we have the Castor and Pollux sort of figures, first wall of Rome in the background, and we have, again, we have these suns staring right at you. We have the wall in multiple colors. We have the gesture, which is the same for all of them. The Noble has, one is clothed and one is not, and they're male and female, which is really different, and I don't really agree with that interpretation of it. But all the others are fairly similar in the way they look. Then we have the Les Jugements. Les Jugements. And the one thing I noticed with this one is the 2 monks that are kneeling before the Pope. Well, look at the hair. It's the same. So it doesn't matter how pious you are going to be judged. The other thing is, in this one, the Jodorowsky, there are other crypts on the side, and you can kind of see them hinted at here. And then we have the Archangel Michael trumpeting, and then we have the clouds. I like the ruffle cloud here. That's kind of different and interesting. The man is looking at the angel. So in all of them, he is admiring the angel, whereas the woman, she's not really looking at. She could be looking at the man or looking right out. And we have the world, Le Monde, which I have heard as the visions of Enoch, or symbols of the archangels, but they are there. So here we go. We have the female, the little baton. She's breast, but her genitals are covered. We have the angel on the upper left, and a cloud. We have sort of the eagle on the right upper, and then going down, we have the lion, and then we have the bull. Now, the one thing that I incorporated into my own deck is the bull should have a circle on its head, I think. The golden calf and all the Egyptian references. The circle here is, I think, important, and it is kind of lost. Who knows? So here she's holding a bottle, nothing, her cape. She has a cape there, and here she has a cape here, and then sort of a phallic wand, a scepter, a baton, a baton, a baton. So, and then we go to card 0, Le Fou, Le Mat. And of course, when I drew my own, I'm partial to the Noble, and we have the sort of body, genitals, and buttocks. So that's what I did with my own. Here we have the spoon, here, 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 and here, with the bladder. There's also a leaf hidden under the hand, here and there. This one has a ball that has dropped from somewhere. There. None of the others. We have this sort of cat, tiger, dog thing jumping out, tearing le pantalon. We have the walking stick, which in the Noble has a little head on it, which is kind of funny. Motley colors, the face upturned, looking upward, not really paying attention. So it's almost like the court jester is leaving. Like he's leaving the castle, he's leaving his liege, and he's going elsewhere. Maybe to see if he can make it on his own without being a jester. He has a very intricate headdress, and if you notice from here, if we descend down into the more primitive type style, you see that the jangly the bells here, it's more of a jester's cap there than here. Here it's more stylized, almost looks like a fancy hairstyle. But we have the jingly jangle, and we have the belt, which is consistent around, and yeah, just the motley colored clothes. Pocket of the pants that are ripped. Maybe that, goes to show that there's no money there, and it's time to make it on your own. But anyway, sort of those are my thoughts for these cards. So what I thought I'd do is show you what I have as far as my sketches, and they're pretty much in their last stages, so I thought I'd go ahead and show them to you. So here we go. So I used, to be honest, tell you what I've used. I used the Faber-Castell tracing paper, and I really liked it. It was pretty nice. And I used Faber-Castell, HB, 2B, some other pencils, but mainly those. So here we go. Here's the Fool. And notice I incorporated the genitals and the... If you look at the faces, I really paid attention to what I wanted to do with the faces. So you see sort of a mischievous looking dog cat thing, very purposeful. The aloof fool, I did that. Le Bateleur, here we have him looking kind of, I wanted him kind of looking kind of almost like sly, but also like sort of disdainfully. I incorporated some of the Jodorowsky things, like the 4 circles in the hair, the phallic plant there, the 3 die, and just kind of put that in there. La Papesse, 17 lines on the book. There's Jodorowsky had a hidden egg here, so I thought I'd put that in. And then we just have the canopy. I think this one turned out fairly well. She looks fairly serene. Here we have the very nice. Here we have the wing that's not quite formed. She's looking off to the side. I wanted her to have sort of a sly look to her. There's like a little leaf there. L'Empereur. So here, he actually, eagle has an egg. The leg, there's a square there. There's a little circle there. We have the helmet, and he's looking kind of, his nose and his eyes kind of convey. He's rather, he's an interesting person. He's kind of a stoic emperor. The pap, we have the papal crown, fairly simple tableau, triple crown, and that was my treatment with a little ball there, almost like something, I don't know, like a little toy that's there. It keeps being mentioned, so I thought I'd incorporate that. Now, with the lovers, I kind of transitioned into a more detailed drawing. So here we have the Virgin with the flowers and the hair, the older woman giving them away, so I really concentrated on the hands, and then Cupid there. The Chariot, typical, nothing too fancy. 2 different wheels, 2 very different horses. We have one that's kind of wall-eyed and one that's normal. The charioteer, kind of indifferent. He is hiding something in his hand. We have the epaulettes there. La Justice, here we have the fairly simple tableau. The background, we have the scales and the sword. Here we have the Hermet. We have a hidden crescent there. We have a hood. We have the lantern. The Roue de Fortune. Here we have, this is actually considered the Sphinx with third eye. We have a creature with ears. Ears are hardly ever seen in the major arcana, but they are here. And then we have the fake ears. So I may put it, and then the background looks like water. Here we have the La Fosse with the teeth and the hat, the eagle feathers, the bodice, the toe, over a thumbnail, toenail, 6 toes, mentioned in Jodorowsky's book. Now with Le Pendu, if you turn him the other side, you see his face looks a little saggy. That was very intentional, because if you're hanging upside down, you ain't gonna look very cool. You're gonna look kind of rough. So I kind of intentionally made that. And then his hands. To me, the hands, I have, the hands should actually be here, but I have them sticking out of the shoulders. So it's almost like a combo. Realistically, they would not be coming out of the shoulders, but I kept them. They just seem a little, it's almost like a combo card. Like, yeah, you can pretend they're back here, but they're also there. I like the tongue sticking out of the hands there. Here we have La Morte, the unnamed card. And here I changed the bone to a flute, and I made so we have the male and female, which are supposed to represent your parents. And I gave her longer hair because I thought she needed that. There's also a hidden heart above the pocket, and the name of God hidden in the right there in the skull. Here's Tavros. Here, she's looking kind of off to the side. She's an angel. The foot is exposed there. We're pouring the water. She has some symbols there. The flower on the head doesn't just represent virginity, but it's also a perfume of thoughts, sort of a filter of you're having good thoughts. Le Diable, I kept with the hermaphroditic tradition. Face in the stomach, as well eyes there, eyes there, eyes there, and even the breast can be considered eyes. We have the imp. The dots are actually addressed in Jodorowsky's book, which I didn't realize, but they are. It's a trinity. Of course, you have the three and the torch there. Here, I think this turned out really well. I'm actually happy with it. I concentrated on the faces of the fallen to make them look kind of sort of, I don't know, not grotesque, but just a little like sort of not to be identified with, sort of like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but you're not supposed to find sympathy with them for the most part. I don't think that's going to do you any good. The star, she has very doe-like eyes. I really took my time on these eyes because I wanted her to look very innocent, but also kind of tired. And notice her belly's extended. She is pregnant. I made her pregnant even more than the other cards. Let's see, we got the bird, the star. It turned out really well, I think. I was very happy with this one. The moon, here I went with Jodorowsky's interpretation. 2 balls in the crab's little pincers, as well as the 3 little dots, 3 little things there. Open embattlement, closed embattlement, and then the moon there. Here's the sun. I took the sun's face from older cards, mainly the Dodal and Noble. We also see the 3 dots there. We see the 2 children in front of the wall. Fairly simple. It's a fun card to do. Le Jugement. Here we have again the monk, the man eyeing Michael. The woman, she looks sort of out of it. And then I also incorporated the extra, I guess, sarcophagi or burial plots there. And the world. This one turned out fairly well. I love the look on her face. I want her to be sort of stern and indifferent. Angel, eagle, bull, and lion. The bull, if you notice, there's a circle on his head. You can only see part of it. That was very intentional. It goes back to the Egyptian, the golden calf, the bull, and all that. So I wanted the circle there, but it's hidden. So if you're looking for it, it's there. She has a little bottle there, and then the baton, and I like her face. I wanted to keep her kind of sort of indifferent to everyone looking at her, whereas the shape of the expression on the face of the angel is more caring, whereas the world is more indifferent. Boom. Those are my drawings, sketches, and tracings, all that combined. I have scanned them in have. Now I'm going to edit them as far as cropping. Not going to do any editing to the actual image, unless there's some smudge or something. Then I'm going to crop them, finish them. Then I'm going to start coloring with my pastel pencils. Oh, the one thing on the Fool, I wanted the bell that's on the ground to actually have fallen from something, so I made it fall from here. That was all me. It could have fallen from here, but I wanted it to be more evident. Of course, we got the genitals that I wanted there. But anyway, I thought I would share my update and that I'm finished with the drawing, which is very exciting. Ahead of schedule, of course, which is very cool. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, commenting, and just being wonderful. Thank you so much.